RuneScape's new Halloween event, Harvest Hollow, is here, and this one is one you definitely don't want to miss. Whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. The Harvest Hollow event follows the trend of the recent Easter and Christmas events by having its very own hub you can teleport to using the lodestone system. If that's too hard to find, you can always enter the event's portal located in Burthorpe. This Halloween event has a short quest you are able to complete to obtain a collection of new and old Halloween themed rewards. The quest is called Field of Screens and is a no-brainer to complete as it will open up the entirety of the event to your character. Start the quest by speaking to any of the NPCs standing in the center. You are then given the option to talk to any of the NPCs, and if you do so, you'll be picking them as your team. What this means is, well, it doesn't really mean all that much, but I would just go ahead and pick the team of which you like their cosmetics, being this pet and the horseman outfit the most of. Personally, I went with Pestilence because the chicken pet looks way cooler. For the next part of the quest, after you've picked your NPC, you're going to need at least 4 spooky outfit pieces. Now, there are lots and lots of options and combinations, for which I'm going to simply suggest use whatever you have. You are able to reclaim certain ghostly outfits from the Varrock clothes store, and if you don't have anything, you're going to simply do the activities in the event to obtain some spooky tokens. And yes, if you're wondering, you're able to do the activities without completing this quest, which will allow you to gain spooky tokens, which you can use to buy older legacy cosmetics to then do this quest or mini quest. Next up, you're going to be sent towards a clan representative who's located south of the Cook's Guild near Gertrude's house in Varrock. Head over there and speak to this NPC. Next, go inside and speak to Gertrude to trick or treat her. After having done so, go back to the clan representative and speak to that NPC. After going for the conversation with the clan representative, he's going to teleport away to Falador, to which you're also going to go to Falador, and we'll be heading towards the White Knight's castle. Go inside the White Knight's castle and go up the ladder to the east to the first floor, and then speak to the clan representative. He's going to tell you to trick or treat the ambassador, which you're not going to be able to properly do yet. You'll first need to locate 4 talking suits of armor around the Falador castle. Start by speaking to the White Knight with the pumpkin icon next to the name. I found my first suit of talking armor to the northeastern section on the same floor as the ambassador. I'm not sure if the order is going to be the same for everyone, but this is the order I found them in. I found the second talking suit by going north from the ambassador and up the ladder. And the third and final suit on the bottom floor near this jail cell. I don't think it matters which option you pick, but I chose the option trick, and then we're ready to go back to the ambassador to trick or treat the ambassador. Doing so will successfully complete this step, at which point you're going to go ahead and speak to the clan representative, which will then teleport to Lumbridge. Go ahead and teleport to the Lumbridge lodestone and head inside the Lumbridge castle and go up 1 floor. You'll find the clan representative, which you're going to speak to. He's then going to tell you to go ahead and trick or treat and spook Duke Horacio, which you won't be able to do because you need to do another task. Be sure to click the diary on the table to read it and then head down 1 floor to the kitchen of Lumbridge Castle. Go ahead and speak to the cook. After going for the conversation, you're going to need to find a form of reference to a dragon. For the next step, you're going to need to get a dragon head from the Varrock Exam Center, which you can easily get to by using your Archaeology Journal teleport. This area is also known as the Varrock Dig Site, located east of Varrock, in case you don't have the Archaeology Journal. Once arrived, go ahead and speak to any of the examiners inside this building, which is the Varrock Exam Center. Before they give you the dragon head, you're going to need to complete a simple quiz about dragons. The answers are 3, chromatic, ferrous, and gemstone, 1, black, and finally 3 dragon stones, as they don't protect you against dragon fire. Once you obtain the dragon head, go back to speak to the cook, who will then give you a cake, which you're going to use to spook the Duke. Go up 1 floor and speak to the Duke, and that will complete this part of the quest. Go ahead and speak to the clan representative, at which point you're going to be almost finished with the quest. Teleport to the Hollow's Harvest by using the lodestone and speak to your clan captain, or team captain. In my case, this is Pestilence. To finish off the quest, you will need to complete the maze activity once, which might sound scary and difficult, but in reality it isn't. In the maze, you have 3 simple tasks. Find the center, stay alive, and kill the boss. To find the center, use your eyes and try to use autopathing when possible. Occasionally, you'll need to use agility shortcuts to access a different lane. You stay alive by avoiding the zombies and skeletons, which will take 1/10 of your health if they do end up hitting you, but are easily avoidable with the exception of small one-tile corridors. Killing the boss requires 10 bone clubs or the ranged equivalent, which are made or obtained by catching zombie implings around the area. Once you have enough, simply kill the boss, which you need 10 for, as each reduces the HP by 10. You're also able to use these bone clubs or the ranged equivalent to kill the zombies and skeletons in your way, although I think this just extends the fight. After completing the maze, go ahead and speak to your team captain, which will then complete the quest, rewarding you 10,000 spooky tokens and a couple of cosmetics. I'll be going over the rest of the event's activities following the quest completion now. It's worth noting that you do not need the quest to access these activities. The three main AFKable activities provide summoning, archaeology, and thieving experience. Thieving experience is obtained by looting the coffins and mausoleums. One of these will be active at any given point in time and will swap around every 2 minutes or so. The activity provides a base XP rate of over 115,000 thieving experience per hour level 99, which scales down the lower the level you are. The thieving activities seem to provide me with the highest amount of spooky tokens per hour at nearly 11,000 without any boosts. You gain spooky tokens by handing in the rings and necklaces you obtain at this skeleton NPC called Peckish. You will also obtain ancient remains, which when opened can be used to complete collection logs at Eep for even more spooky tokens. The summoning trading method is located in the greenhouse and gives really bad experience per hour. I'm talking like 30k level 99. The activity is really AFKable, however, and the only thing you really need to pay attention to is keeping those candles lit. The more the candles you keep lit, the faster or more efficiently you'll be gaining tokens. When I was AFKing during a test, I was gaining about 8,000 per hour or 400 every 3 minutes, although if you do keep all candles lit, it takes about like 2.5 minutes, slightly more, to gain a 400 token drop, which would mean about 9,300 tokens per hour at the max. You'll also be gaining ancient remains here, which you can use to complete Eep's collection log. The third and final AFKable activity is my least favorite, and that's because of a couple of reasons. The XP honestly isn't all too bad for a holiday event. At level 120 archaeology, I was getting about 98,000 XP per hour, no boosts. But the problem is getting the spooky tokens. Now, you gain those ancient remains for the second collection log, but you also gain artifacts for another collection log at Eep. And the problem is, you don't get them in order, which means you'll be left with, let's say, 5 artifacts from type A and, 0 artifacts from type B, which will stop you from completing the collection log, which will leave you with 5 artifacts A, which is it just feels really inconsistent and just, not worth the effort. Just stick to the summoning one or the thieving one, unless you really want archaeology XP. You can also recomplete the maze for 800 spooky tokens each, but that isn't AFKable. It does, however, reward additional loot boxes, which can be obtained in 3 tiers, being basic, impressive, and prestigious. These things can drop Halloween-themed boss skins, depending on which boss is active, and much more, including tradable Reaper masks, which allow you to force that boss as a Reaper task once per week, and, for this month, 14 times extra drop rolls per week. The maze itself isn't all that complex. I explained it in the quest section of this video, but basically avoid the monsters, get to the center and just hang around there until you have 10 bone clubs or the ranged equivalent by collecting zombie implings. You can collect these while getting yourself to the center and then just hang around until you have the rest. I found that to be an easy strategy to complete the maze in like 2 to 4 minutes each time. It's worth noting that the other activities in the event provide you with double and triple loot tokens for the maze, which increase the amount of rewards you obtain. These are consumables that are added as a sort of charge to your character. Other than the main rewards from the quest, you're able to gain a large selection of Halloween-themed rewards, including older legacy cosmetics, by going over to Reynolds' store and spending your spooky tokens. Opinions on returning legacy cosmetics may be divided, but for those that have not attended many of the older Halloween events or newer players, you'll have plenty to collect. While skilling throughout Gillinor or at the event, you might have noticed you obtained some clan confections in your inventory. Well, for players that have completed the new Halloween quest, you can hand these in at the Cough NPC for even more goodie bags that also drop a large variety of rewards. Every Sunday at 8 PM game time, the team with the highest amount of confections contributed will have a reward ceremony, which I assume will be something similar to Santa arriving during the Christmas event. All players that contributed will gain a guaranteed reward, and there's a very rare chance of obtaining the coveted Spirit of the Harvest scythe pet. This pet is able to take the appearance of different scythes and even god swords. The Halloween event is jam-packed and it's new, and that's all that needs to be said. Good luck in collecting your spooky tokens and enjoy the event. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.